When I was 13 years old, I was diagnosed a type 1 diabetic. Actually, I was diagnosed a type 2 diabetic, and then a type 1.5 diabetic, and finally a type 1. No, I didn't morph into some kind of weird multi-type diabetic. The doctors just really didn't know what was going on. As of making this video, I've been diabetic for 9 years. And in those 9 years, I've taken over 15,000 shots, poked my finger with a needle over 25,000 times. I've had countless blood draws and counting. I consider myself lucky the way that I was diagnosed. I actually went to the doctor for a stomach ache. No other symptoms. I wasn't thirsty, I wasn't having headaches, I wasn't dizzy, I wasn't any of that. I just didn't feel good. The doctor, having no idea why I was complaining, decided to order blood work, and it came back that I was a diabetic. At the time, I had no idea what that really meant. I went for a glucose tolerance test, which was gross. While at the time I didn't quite know what my diagnosis meant, I remember watching my grandma just burst into tears. And of course, my mom started crying as well. No, I don't eat candy, I don't eat sweets, I don't even like any bit of sugar. Diabetes is not caused by sugar, and eating too much candy won't give it to you either. This is something that I was born with. About a year prior to that, I was hospitalized with pneumonia. I dropped down to like 90 something pounds, and we think that's probably what brought it out. I will never forget the first day I started taking insulin. Let me tell you, this dude, this doctor, he was not messing around. First time I ever saw this new doctor, he looked at my blood sugars, back at me, back at my blood sugars, then back at me, and he literally just said, "You start insulin today." I was terrified. I had total problems with needles. I would pass out whenever someone injected me with a needle, like, nope. I wasn't good with blood. I was not good with anything that I have to deal with today. But he came in with the insulin, stabbed me in the back of my arm as I squeezed my mom so hard, bawling my eyes out because I was just terrified. Honestly surprised I didn't break the woman's ribs. And from that day on, I stayed on insulin. And I'll be on insulin for the rest of my life. School made my diagnosis so much worse. When I was first diagnosed, they didn't put me on insulin right away because my body was still producing insulin. My school also wouldn't allow me to carry my tester with me, so I had to go to the nurse's office, which was across the school, if I didn't feel good. And diabetics usually test their blood sugar anywhere between 4 to 6 times a day, sometimes even more. When I was first diagnosed, I was testing up to 10 times a day. Everyone thought that I was faking it. People thought that I couldn't eat candy. People thought that I was exaggerating, that it was no big deal. Like, who cares? You can't eat sweet stuff, when it's not like that at all. I started getting harassed by other students that I was too good for class or that I was ditching just because I felt like it. What they didn't understand is not that I wanted to have a snack in class. I needed to. I didn't want to leave class. I needed to. I didn't want so many sick days. I didn't want so many doctor visits, so many blood draws, so many pokes, but I couldn't do anything about it. I could only handle it the best that I could. I lost all my friends. I didn't have anyone. It lasted into high school. Blood sugars spike when a diabetic takes in any carbs, whether that's bread, that's potatoes, it's literally anything with carbohydrates in it. Another little devil that'll sneak up on diabetics is stress. The stress from high school would send my blood sugars up over 400 every single day. Most days I honestly probably should have been in the hospital. By this time I was a teenager, I was struggling with my teenage years, plus being diabetic, plus being bullied, plus trying to figure out my life goals. But at this time I started getting more into body painting and larger human projects just to ease my stress. Determined to get out of school, I attended a half day of cosmetology while also doing a half day of high school, and during my junior year, I also went home and did my senior year online. I graduated high school as a junior and was licensed in both aesthetics and cosmetology by the time I turned 19. Now today, I understand that diabetes is not going to hold me back from my dreams. Although I used to hate it, I hate hearing other people say that they hate it. Being diabetic is with you. It's a part of you. It's a part of who you are. It's no different than having red hair and green eyes. Looking back on all those years that I struggled being a diabetic, I've come to realize that it gave me responsibilities at a young age, and it helped me be the person that I am today. I understand what it's like to feel like you don't fit in, to feel like you don't have anybody. You have good days, you have bad days, and because of this, I'm able to help others who have gone through or are going through this same thing. No matter what anyone says, you are beautiful, inside and out, with or without an illness. Stay true to yourself, follow your dreams, and never give up. The literal only way you're gonna reach defeat is if you give up on yourself. You decide your destiny. You make your own decisions, and only you can determine who you are and who you will be. Be confident in yourself and always be kind to other people, because you never know what's going on in someone else's life. If there's one thing that I've really learned since I've been diagnosed, no matter what life throws at you, you're never truly alone. You have diet? I think you have diet. Try this.